Alright, in this video we are going to see how to convert this design into the working HTML and CSS. In case if you are wondering how to follow along, I'll leave the source code in the description along with the images, and we are going to see this design with the help of the feature called responsiveness. Like if this is the desktop view, in the mobile or the tab view it will be stacked one below the other. In tablet it won't be stacked one below the other, but instead it will be two, and this will come over here. So you will see this the final output. Stick with this. So in case if you are wondering how to create this wireframe, I have a separate tutorial. So this is the wireframe tutorial. I have created this. So here you can see this section is over here. You will get all the assets, and you can learn how to create this. And the same wireframe, we have converted this with the help of WP Bakery plugin. It's a WordPress plugin. Just by dragging and dropping, we have created this section. And finally, we are going to see how to hard code this with the help of PSG to HTML without using Bootstrap or any other framework. Fine, let's directly jump in. Just to give you the reminder, we are going to use a row. Inside the row we are going to have three columns. This column, for mobile view, the column width would be 100%. For tablet view, the column will have 50% width, and for desktop view, the column width is going to be 33%. Now let me show you what I meant. Let's create a container. The reason for having container is to get some space on the left and right, and inside that we have a row. Inside the row we are going to have column, three column. The first column will have image, and let's see, on the img it is a5, img slash a5, cool. And then after that we have work experience. Let's place this inside h5, and then we have paragraph. This would be of 12 text, so lorem 12 tab, and you will get the 12 word of lorem. And finally the button, tab, read more. Now just copy the same section 2 times. Just change the image. I'm pausing it, I'm doing it on my own. Fine, I have changed the text and the images. So this is how it looks without CSS. And don't forget to add the heading. Let me make this h2. Fine, I have added the text. Now let me show you how does it actually looks. Let's work on the CSS. So we are going to follow the hierarchy just to avoid the CSS overriding. So we have container. Inside container we have a row. So actually we have first h3. Let's cross check. It is actually h2. And on the row we have column, and inside the column we have h5, and inside the column we have paragraph, and inside the column we have button. So this is the hierarchy we need to follow in order to avoid CSS crossover or CSS overriding. In case this is just a single frame or single section, there won't be any CSS crossover. But if it is actual PSG, it would be consist of more than 13 to 16 section. There is a chance of having multiple classes being repeated multiple times. So just to avoid that, this is the right way. Fine. Now we need a margin. For top and bottom let it be 0, and for left and right I want 50 pixel, and for h2, and whatever is there inside I want it to be text align center, so that the h2 aligns at the center. Now let's work on the font size. get into the inspect. Here font size 30 pixel, font weight 400, margin bottom 50 pixel, too big, 30 pixel, cool. Now just place this for the H2. As once one of our viewer asked us to comment use the CSS style in the new line, so I'm following it. Fine. Now we need to add a margin as well. So for the container, let's add a margin 50 pixel. So just to give you a hint, if this is a 0, you need not to write pixel, it is just 0. Cool, we got the margin. Now let's work on the row. I want it to be display flex. Now you will see all of them will be on the side by side. So let's give the width to the column, let's say 33% for desktop view, and we have image inside the column. Let's add the width of 100% and height of 100%. Cool. Now you see we need some space, so to add some space what we can do is get the column and have the padding top and bottom 0, left and right 20 pixel. Cool. If you want even more, you can make this 40 pixel. I think 30 pixel would be right. So instead of having on both sides, what we can do is margin left of 30 pixel, margin left of 40 pixel. Okay, that's all right. Now this seems all right. Now let's work on the work section, work experience. Inspect and select the work experience. Let's see. Yeah, we have to increase the font size, let's say 20 pixel, and background it's white, width of 50%, margin 0 and auto so that it comes at the center, and margin top negative axis, let's say minus 20 pixel. This background is not working, I guess. Z index 1, or let's say 5, and use this Z index minus 1, not necessary. Background color white. Not an issue, we will work on it. Let's give the negative margin bottom for this, 30 pixel, and let's give the negative margin even more. So this is okay. Increase the margin bottom. Let's copy this and paste it for the H5. Refresh this. Now let's see the actual H5. I thought of not to use position, but we don't have other option. Let's use the position, Now let's add the padding, 15 pixel, and let's add a white space, no wrap. So reason for this is, you can see, no wrap. And let's add the margin top a bit more, and let's increase the padding. Top and bottom is okay, left and right I need a 12 pixel, even more. You can see it is like touching both the sides. So what we need to do is, we have to increase the top and bottom padding, and we need to add something like border. We have used width, that's the reason it is coming out. If we use width, you can see, if we use width, it is just taking the width 50%, and whatever the text is inside, it is just spitting out. We don't want that. Instead of remove the width, and now it's display block. The actual HTML is actually display block for H5. So if I make it inline, you can see it is just taking the required steps, so required space. So I believe margin bottom is not working. We will have to give margin top for the below paragraph, so we'll work on it. Now we'll use the border, 1 pixel solid black, this black is too dark, and let's decrease the top and padding. And this margin top doesn't seems to work. We have to remove this, and since we are using negative relative, we'll use top of -20 pixel. So now copy and paste it. So now the point is clear. The thing is, if you are using inline, the width is not going to work. And display inline, width works only with the display block, and now you can see it's inline. And the margin top is not going to work, because we are going to use position relative as well as the top value. So let me remove this and place it. So we have removed the margin top, and we have removed the width, and we have used the negative margin, negative for the top. Fine. Now let's work on the paragraph. We have to increase the font size, let's say 18 pixel, and padding top and bottom, let's say 15 pixel. And that seems alright. Font weight, let's say 600, and color be gray, not green but gray. So this seems okay. What else left? And everything seems alright. Just copy the whole section and paste it for the paragraph. Now finally the button. So it's going to be the padding 15 pixel on all sides, and remove the border and remove the outline, and let's add the font size of 12 pixel. We need to increase the font weight. I think I have closed it. increase the font weight, let's say 700. We need to change the color, make it dull by making it transparent. Cool. And that's alright. So the image is stretched. Let's try to use the property. Before that, let me place this over here. Let's try to use the object fit property. Object fit, cover, fill. So this seems alright. Let's see. Actually it looks contained. So if that is contained, then we have to use the width and height appropriately. Let's say width 100% and height we need to make this 80% like that. Now it's okay. Cool. Now let's work on the responsiveness. So for the mobile screen, we are going to follow the approach called mobile first. I think I have not pasted the button. Let's copy the button. I think we have to redo this. Padding 12 pixel, border 0, outline none, font size let's say 18 pixel, and then color black, font weight 700. Let's decrease the opacity. Cool. Place this for button. The night mode has applied. Let me remove the night mode from here, and cool. Now let's work on the mobile view. As we already know, as we have already seen the previous video, what we are going to do is we are going to follow the approach called mobile first. So first we will design the mobile, and then we will design the tablet, and then we will design the desktop. So breakpoint, bootstrap breakpoint, get into the W3 school. I'll make you explain in a minute. Get into the 2 section. The mobile first approach is actually the bootstrap approach. So this section is for the tablet and this section is for the desktop. So let's first design the mobile. So let's pin this. Now you can see we get a scroll bar. As we said, the column width, we are going to change the column width to 100% for the mobile screen, and make the flex direction column that's it. So get the row and add the flex direction column, and then we have to use the width of 100% for the mobile, and the same way let's do this for the desktop. I want the flex direction to be row and then the width to be 33% as we have designed earlier. So this is for mobile, and this is for desktop. So mobile and desktop work is done. Now let's work on the tablet section, and you can see we have to remove the padding, I believe. Let's make the margin, we have to decrease the margin, so that I'll leave it to you, or we will do this. So we are just going to work on the margin, and let's edit the margin for mobile for 2020. Cool. Now you see there is overriding. Let's decrease the width, so that's all right. 87 is okay. So let's copy, and over here we have to make this 80%, and for desktop it is going to be 100%, and we are not changing this, so I'm removing it. So if you refresh, and if you want the margin top for the column, you can add margin bottom 20 pixel. Cool. So we'll add this to the column. Here it is, and we have to remove this on the desktop. We have to give margin bottom 0. So we have already used it at the top in the previous line. Fine. Now this is perfect for mobile screen, and everything is as we thought. Now the desktop screen is also perfect. Now in between we have tablet. So for small screen, stacking one below the other is okay, but this is a medium screen. Let's say for tablet like 960, it is like a mini computer, so the whole section doesn't make any sense. So instead, for this section, let's get the column and give the width of 50%. So let's copy this and give this and make it important. So whenever you use important, you have to use important for this as well, or else it won't allow you to overwrite. It is 50%. Now we have to use the same section. We have to make this a row and flex wrap. Row is the default one. Flex wrap. We have used 50%. Let's try to decrease it. Yeah, we have to make this 42%. Let's make this 42%, and then on the column, on the row, we need to use flex wrap. So this is great. This is as we thought. So if this is mobile, it is 100%. If this is tablet, it is 3 section. If this is desktop, actually it should be full width. Let's see what is the issue. Take this out so that we can clearly see what is the problem that we are facing. I think it should be flex wrap. Let's say what is overriding. We want the width to be 33%. Great. Is it because of padding? No, I don't think so. Refresh it. I think it is 33%. I need to make this smaller because we have used padding. So let's make this 20. percentage instead of 28% instead of 33%, because we have included padding as well. That's the reason it is not allowing us to do. So great. Desktop, this is desktop. For tablet this is 3, and for what do you call, for mobile it is 1.